All right. Welcome to the Daily Thursday News. We talk about various topics. Greetings. What's going on? What's going on? Yes. The DTNs. We're gonna talk about what happened this past last weekend. From Thursday, last week from Thursday night. I think I got a couple slides for y'all. And then we got this past weekend or the beginning of the week, Sunday, the typical topic of the hour. So we got those to cover. So we're going to talk about various things. DTNs is the Daily Thursday News. We see it's a lot of shots what's going on in these sectors and different facets of messaging and things like that. We talk about individuals that's making an impact. A lot of changes, a lot of rumblings, a lot of people getting into it on panels and just observing. And we talk about people with the crazy super chat numbers. We're just exposing what we see in the messenger. That's all we're doing. And yes, your host himself, Sir Disable. Sir Disable. I'm gonna get y'all into it. Your host, Sir Disable. I try to tell y'all. Y'all just don't believe me. But you don't. You asked for it. Sir Disable. Let me see if I got the brand numbers down here. Yeah, I had to play a little something. See, y'all thought I was playing. You know what I'm saying? Show display names, huh? Yeah, you see, y'all thought I was playing. Yeah. Sir Disable. Sir Disable. We're gonna be Sir Disable today. You see, we're gonna talk today. So as your host, we're just gonna play along with the news, and that's how we're gonna be. So the Daily Thursday News is a news segment. Yes, we came from the Derelict News Network. It's a combination of that from the advisor's petty thoughts, and we explain the spectating of the drama in black spaces, not just particularly black spaces, but we address certain individuals that want to be famous on YouTube and want to hang with the likes of the KS types, the wannabes, and the straggling or struggling tagglewaggles, what we would say. But it's a good messaging. But one thing I could say about it, it's very entertainment. So I don't have much to show, but we'll get there. So it's not really much to show. So it's just like the past week we've just going to observe. We're going to observe very super chats. We're going to walk down through it. So about in 40 minutes we'll show. So I'm saying we're going to break down. There's a lot going on. Oh, the big homie got exposed. They call her Bigfoot now. And they trying to say that woman is the big homie, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And a lot of people just gonna look at it from another angle. As what I'm saying is you cannot trip off what's going on. You just can't. And I think this is kind of the factor that we're in. It's just what we see here. So I'm not really surprised what's going on in these YouTube madness of so-called streets, what we call it, but we just call it the drama field. So we spectate on it because a lot of people just think they're gonna be noticed and they think they're gonna be famous forever, and they think they're gonna go Hollywood with this stuff. And it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not really tripping off of anything. So as you can tell, it is what it is what it ain't. So we just got to look at it and look forward to what we see here. So I'm not surprised of why people are going to feel a certain type of way. So when you talk about screenshots, we got to talk about the pettiness of it. And we just got to know that people are going to do what they're going to do. And there's a lot of interesting details. Certain individuals is clout chasing, and then certain individuals want to challenge a certain individual down here in GA, but took a selfie with him. But we'll address that in the minutes in the way to the segment. But you got to understand, you cannot do that long term. This will always going to be a 5:30 segment of every Thursday, so be on the lookout for more. And more is will to come. More is will to come. More is will to come. So you gotta understand something. This is something that we always must have. And I know people don't like me to talk about the truth, but we gotta expose the madness that we see all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to, man. We got to. This is one of the things that I feel that DTN will have to offer is much more. So when DTN is now launching now in this news cycle, we're expecting more. We're not expecting any less. So when you're dealing with that, you're dealing with the real thing. So we're just telling y'all, as of now, it is what it is. So you got to understand something real quick. See, when you're in DTN land, you expect everything to be in motion, right? So when we got certain individuals want to be popular, see, I was in the LBM Coliseum and they was promoting this individual, and they said they're gonna slap up Mr. Samuels himself. That's cool and all, Mr. the God, they want to say. Ones that y'all call your idol want to slap their idol, but didn't get to do it. But shouts out to Duke the Don exposing this fraud. And like these other frauds, and this is what I do. This is what we're going to come down to. The fraud's going to get exposed based off the audience, not just who he is. We're not going to go into detail him being a fraud. He can defend himself based off any challenge. This is a news segment he's going to have to deal with. Now, if you don't like what I said, there's always Sunday Madness. He can address me there. Or any individual has a problem with what I'm doing, address me on Sunday Madness. That's where I'm the most domain. But you will understand, this is equal opportunity. This is not a one size fit all. I repeat, DTNs is a news segment. This is not a one size fit all community. We just report the news and we move forward. If you don't like it, you can challenge me on Sunday. That's all I'm saying to y'all. Because I'm not playing this year. And I told y'all, this segment matters. Because now you get to see what I've been talking about in my vlogs. And we're going to address what I said Monday about what I said about this individual. He's on the rise and he's hot right now. He said he the man. He said he a superstar. We're going to put that theory to the test. And I happened to see his channel the other day, last Sunday, this past last Sunday. He's an interesting dude. And he called himself the sales, and I believe him. He's like a fashion designer. He looked like a fashion designer, but the sales, it's questionable. But what Duke told me, his business was a failure, which is not surprised, like they all say. And then he got away from years and years. But Duke has to understand that individual is known to scam people out of money. But it's not just him scamming. It's just the principle of the thing. If you don't understand about YouTube, they've been doing it forever. Since before the monetization days. But you got to remember, these dudes want to be superstars. They want to be stars of Hollywood. They want to be stars in the bright lights. Did that rhyme? That's what they want to be. They don't care about what we say and what we do. But you got to understand something. They want to be in that greatness light. But you have to understand that that's part of their stick. They get infamous stars in the so-called manosphere. Not just the manosphere, but any sphere, black sphere, whatever sphere. Those dudes over there, see, the villain sector of the villain sphere do not co-sign that. We are the bad guys. We are ACS. We are antagonists, contrarians, and we spectators. This is a ACS production by DTN, Daily Thursday News, the only Daily Thursday News in the afternoons, 5:30 Eastern, all the way to 6 p.m. So it is what it is. It is what it ain't. So we're going to do this, and it's not going to be much. We're going to be talking. And like I said, we're gonna talk about some real shit. What's going on? These individuals want to be famous so bad because they have no choice to reel it in. See, when you get into the dark side, you understand the power of greatness. This is why we have to understand that people got to be famous. They want to be famous so bad, and then they think, "Oh, I'm going to take down the purple pill guy." No, 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 no. You're going to get exposed, but not just by exposing you on your content, but the audience supporting you. Now they believe that you're the truth. Let's take their word for it. But see, the ones that talk the actual stuff drop knowledge every now and then, step back. And what we do is, okay, we observe, and then we observe your little domain, the chat rooms, the glorified echo chambers. And you know what we notice? The ideology. See, this is kind of like the trauma bonding. Is it a religion? Yes. This is a red pill religion that y'all promote. Y'all want a red pill religion. But since it's a red pill religion, a form of Christianity, I just want to show y'all who they are. See, the thing about these individuals, they think they're above the law. And what DTN provides, this is the stuff that we're talking about. So they think we're just going to let them waltz around and chest bumping and thumping and all this great talk. We're gonna expose some real stuff. Greetings, my dear Shar. Greetings. But they think they're in here because we're gonna approach into 40 minutes in a minute because we're gonna show you the evidence of individuals what we saw last week. Because last week was very telling. See, DTN is not just, we expose it real early. We expose the truth of these individuals, what they really think and what they really feel. It's just a small taste, but we're going to give you the big taste of who they are. So yeah, we got individuals. Yeah, you know these individuals yourselves, but there's a popular network that's on Black YouTube, and I said this a long time ago about the co-ed panels being standard. If the co-ed panels are being standard, and you can't beat up on the females like y'all used to do back years and years ago, that means the rhetoric has to go away. Shouts out to Duke of Dawn. He exposed that. You cannot have the same rhetoric like you had years ago because people are on it. This is a new thing. Now it's time for you to change the rhetoric. But since you guys don't want to change the rhetoric, well, your guys that's leaving y'all want to be stars. He said, everybody's leaving y'all. Everybody's leaving. And I said, no, Duke. They're not leaving them. They're leaving them because they want to be stars. Their followers is going to be devoured and destroyed. You have to remember, most people are weak and derelict in their own masculinity. But you got to understand something. This is DTN for a reason. We expose who these folks are in their own dereliction. That's what they talk about. They talk about frivolous things that doesn't really matter. It's about the big picture, but they're not about the big picture stuff. They're about their little bullshit. This is their religion. They love their religious cause. They love their pain. They love their glory. They love all the things that's in here. But see, I know people do not like DTNs. DTNs is a new thing. This is a spring edition of the news. I come with various shots of individuals, how they act in public. And we're not talking about private, we're talking about public knowledge. What I've been seeing and observing in these not just black spaces, but all of YouTube is equal game. I can go white or black or whoever. But this is what we're gonna do. See, this is the big stuff. We go for the big shots, not some little shit. Since the LBM Coliseum is down, that's gonna be a new feature if the Majesty Lord Ramel will be back. But I'll have various shots. So the conversation, it is going to be what it is. So, as you can see, my identity is Sir Disable. I'll let y'all know in a minute. And let me go with the name. Hold on. Let me go with the name. See, y'all, introduce myself. See, that's who I am today. I am Sir Disable, the righteous. May the Father understanding guide us. Amen. But it is the power of DTN, because DTN, we expose the reality of these fools because they think they can just get away and just say, hey, we can talk about them all day and they cannot respond. They will not respond. Not what I saw last Thursday, the last of Thursday Thrills, but Thursday Thrills will be back in the summer. So enjoy DTNs now. This is a spring lifetime of shots, lots of shots. Because Thursday Thrills is going to be normal scheduled program, but we'll feature this. The Derek News Network will be featured by the announcement to Thursday News. It's a 30-minute segment. It'll last to 30 minutes, and we'll start from the mark, and then it'll be like a 20-minute segment through the hours. And you know Thursday Thrills is going to be powerful. There's going to be pieces and shots, as always. As you know, Thursday Thrills is known for various topics, various subject matters. But you got to understand, DTNs expose heavyweights, heavy hitters in their chat room getting exposed and asking wild stuff in their wildest dreams. But you got to understand that's who the audience is. Your audience reflects who you are. That's all I'm saying. There's no hate. It's just honesty. What I see, what I observe is the power of Grayskull. And we do what we do. You see, they think I'm over here just clowning and trolling and being petty. Yes, I do that on time to time, but sometimes I tell the truth about certain individuals. And then they try to act like, well, we ain't doxing nobody. We ain't doxing nobody, but y'all are. With your rhetoric. But your followers are no good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have issues with certain individuals. They don't like the fact that we're going to come in here and just tell the truth. We always tell the truth. We just drop a little truth because y'all don't believe us half the time, but they said we got to go. But you got to understand something. Most people are going to do what they're going to do anyway, because you can't get mad at certain individuals. You just can't. You just can't. Because one thing I'm for sure is this is something that we have to admire. I know a lot of people don't like the truth. I know people are angry, and this is their emotion. We're not going to follow anybody's madness right now. So you got to understand something. When the DTNs first start, we're starting today is telling. And that's what it is. And it's just what it is. So we're here today. We're here today. But you know, it's gonna be a segment. I know the hate is real because I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. But this is what it's gonna be. You can't worry about what the haters are gonna say. See, they think I'm just gonna just do these same screenshots. No, it's gonna be different ones. It's gonna be things that we're gonna see. It'll be the same superstars, but it's gonna be different messaging. But you're gonna see what's valuable. See, I'll get screenshots that matter, and then I'll go in on everybody else, and we're gonna be like, we observe something. So I know people is gonna hate regardless of the situation. They don't like DTNs, but it's gonna pick up steam. It's gonna pick up steam that what you want. So we're just waiting to hit the 40-minute mark. So um speaking of the individuals we're gonna get into in the 40-minute mark, yeah, we're gonna talk about the classic, I would say, collab with SNS and Mal Man. I got those. And then Lapeef Network, they was talking about some HBCU with the Ralph Lauren conversation and through the military stuff. I thought it was very interesting last Thursday because when Thursday Thrills ceased and it will come back in the summer real soon, I decided to do this. And I said, this part right here is very telling. They talk about real stuff, right? About the Ralph Lauren and who owns it and business. Great conversation, but it was a little argument ensued. But you'll see the highlights of that in a couple more minutes. But once we get down to the clock, we got to understand something. Most times, people are going to do what they're going to do, regardless of the situation. And that's just the fact that most people just going to be like, all right, this is what it is. And it's just the same old, same old. But they did had a little back and forth, but those super chats was very telling. But yeah, they was throwing shots at each other, things like that. It was a little entertaining. But I was there witnessing on the madness. So the madness comes in and we build on that. But see, people don't know. I be watching everybody. See, I let shit slide at time to time. But this is great. But the content is going to be what it is. Like we'll tell you, everybody's content is being challenged right now. So we got to challenge. Do they stand on their words or their convictions? So it's not like we're attacking nobody. We're just pointing out the obvious, what the audience feel and certain individuals feel. See, last night I could have had Duke the Don. You know why? I could have had that last night, but something told me, no, I'm brand new to it. I gotta wait to see who is gonna mess up who and who's gonna challenge who. We're gonna mention that as well. We just focus on the dereliction in the chat. That's the thing we're gonna focus on. The dereliction is day to day, and y'all know it. This is the thing that we do all the time. So when you have derelict news networks and things like that, we expound on things like that. Some people just not going to respond a certain way. Some people just gonna be upset, be like, "Man, he's focused on this." No, no. We focus on the odyssey of people. Because the last time I did that on the network in the Advisor Petty Thoughts, we were here. So what I was showing is what's going on in these spaces, and since I've been here the longest, and I understand the changes of it, we got to see what these people are talking about, the new followers, and what they're saying in super chats. Because I think this is need to be said. This ain't a channel for that, but this is a topic and a segment of the news of the channel. We talk about Thursdays, because Thursday Thrills is kind of like an open, semi free for all, but it's also discussions and solutions. This is more like talks about dereliction news, period, all day long. And you'll see the shots in a moment. And like I said, this is one of those things that people got to see for themselves and expose. And yes, you'll see me in the chat, give me the eyes and the flames, the signal that I'm still watching you. And I'm observing what the conversation is. So the conversation is going to be their usual conversation. They'll talk about relationships. They talk about glory. They talk about how they're going to be on the mountaintop, how they're alphas, how they're elite of the pack, how to rebuild men or everyone else, or rebuilding women, the two genders. Find it very interesting in these spaces. And then you got some people trying to pattern themselves after them. But see, us villains over here, we don't do that. We just commemorate what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you can do what you do, but things become very interesting. See, a lot of times people think we're just attacking everybody. No, 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 no. We attack people based off what they say, and we let them contradict themselves because they do it all the time. You can't come around and say, "Oh, I'm the best," but wants a glorified echo chamber. Me, I'm not an echo chamber. I never will be. I always be challenged in the chat room, panels, you name it. I've always been challenged ever since I came back in these very same spaces 2 years ago, and then left it last year of this month and dipped and tell people I was moving my own direction. So what I did was I understand dereliction was a day-to-day fight for these individuals. At least I acknowledged mine years and years ago. Now I'm looking at these sorry spaces that we see today. They're in the same squalor we always been. It's the same repeat I've seen. I'll say about 14 to 10 years ago. But even though I've been on here for 15 years and I understand the shit, it's nothing changed. And even prior before that, after that, but see, I didn't come on this site from 05 and like 17 to 16 years. I didn't. 17 through 16 years ago, the site was the Wild Wild West. But you got to remember at the time, media was very nuked. So it is what it is. Some people got to understand the media is what it is, and you got to look at it from that angle. Most people are going to understand that before there was screenshots and shares and all that, you had to find it publicly in person. But when the smartphone era came, that's when we went down. And after that, 2014, the newer guys came. They was around. They wasn't popular around those years until 15 came around. This is where they got their spark, and this is where they want to be famous. That fame, the internet fame, actually started in 2015. I saw it coming, and it will crash and burn in the future. And the reason it was going to crash and burn in the future, because I didn't think we was going to have a pandemic, and then the guy that was successful mastered the years what it took. See, I left and got the views and came back in around the same time he was growing 2 years ago. I knew he was going to be bigger, but see, next year I didn't think it was going to be this big. He's talked about. Now he's the most talked about this year ever before, because certain individuals, the jealousy, like Duke the Don was saying last night, and I said, yes, it is jealousy. It's not only jealousy. It's not just the black men. It's all men. We're talking about all men. We're not just talking about black men. We're talking about all men. All men are jealous of this individual. Why? Because he's in the success. Yes, his age difference. He's not young. He's not a spring chicken, but he's actually teaching the young guys to be like him. You gotta understand something. When the suits and things came later, he always had the suits and the perfumes and things like that. But if he was teaching young guys that path, yes, he was making fun of certain individuals that were incels. Yes, he did. Those were those individuals, a lot of them. But the rest of the half that want him to succeed, like you said, they want him to understand that they was listening to him, and that was their idol. So they're going to be like their idol. They're going to dress like their idol. So once you dress like your idol, you're going to be one of the very reasons that he's going to be successful. So you can't complain that he said, he destroyed the space. He destroyed the space. What space? The space died 2 years ago. I saw the space die 2 years ago. It died 2 years ago when they was trying to do something then. Years ago, it didn't die, but it did die 2 years ago. A lot of people say it died in 2021 and this year. No. It died 2 years ago. You Negroes know it's too late. You're way dead last. The feds is already here. See, I left the shit last year and saw the handwriting on the wall. See, I already knew what happened 2 years ago. It was about to be the beginning of the end. It took last year in March to me to realize that. Once I turned the other way, I start studying a little bit. The pain and despair of individuals. You get what I'm saying? That's what we do. We don't deal with fools every now and then. So before we show you the evidence, because we will, because like I promised, it has to be 40 minutes, because I have to have a dialogue before I show you. That's the whole point. But you got to understand something. This is equal opportunity. We're not focusing on his guests. We're going to focus on the man on the what technically he's on the right of the picture, but he's on my left. And we'll talk about him in a minute. He's the most important topic. Now, his guest is infamous, saying he leaves the space and he's part of that sector. Him and others were the cause of the downfall, not just KS, but y'all made him. We'll show you the evidence why this guy interviewed him. And I'll tell you why he interviewed him. I'll tell you why he interviewed. Yes, he's already got notoriety, but the other guy wants notoriety like this guy. Because this guy is going to want to be on the top. See, that's what this is about. This is not about him not wanting to be on the top. He wants to be respected on the top outside of these spaces because he knows if you take a terrorist group called the Manosphere, no matter if it's black or white, it's not conducive to mainstream media. And they try to say the Manosphere is bad. No, the Manosphere has been washed. It's been hijacked since years ago. And it all started in 2015 with the newer versions killed it. See, it died 2 years ago. Well, certain situations, people was getting exposed. But people don't understand the shit is over. They couldn't even build a website like the original Manosphere did back in, I will say, about the 09 era, because 08, that's when they started and did a thing. But then when they finally did, in amongst those years, the next year, that's when they flourished. Because I remember that website. It didn't last that long until it ended in 2014. And this is where, after 2014 and 2015 came around, this is where dudes flourish. They flourished around this time when the older part of the Manosphere died off. This is where the 2.0 came and said, hey, we're the gods now. We created everything. That was their mind. But this individual created, yes, you created the 2.0 era. You supported it. But at the time, you used to be pro-black, but the advisor exposed that with Ronin, the infamous book of Ronin, and Sheep. See, you got to understand something. You flip-flopped and became on this right-wing red pill nonsense. See, there's two types of red pill. The red pill, you actually live life based off not just women, but understanding the world. Everybody has an open lens. See, red pill just means you observe everything, not just women. That's a small part, but the other part is observe everything, how people treat you or whatever, and how you adapt to society. To me, red pill, the real red pill red pill means to me is adaptation. That's what red pill is to me, because that's the real red pill. The fake red pill is this right-wing gender political politics bullshit that we see online. That's the fake red pill. That's the PUA MGTOW bullshit I hear all the time. That is called fake red pillism / right-wing doctrine. That's the modern day current what we see the red pill today. So the red pill you see today, that's right-wing talk from both sides of the sphere. The whole manosphere supports it. It's very right-wing. It's the ideology. That's why they paint you as domestic terrorists, which y'all are anyway, because most of y'all can't deal with reality anyway. So it is what it is. So, you know, we're the villains. We don't care. We say what we want. We say what we feel, and we tell it like it is. But we will show you the evidence, and just give us a couple more minutes. And I'll explain you about an individual that's already going to be on the top, but he wants to be on more top. Both of them want fame. I'm going to show y'all something. If they have certain poses, certain microphones, they want to be famous. They want to be the best in their fields. This is what I report on. I report on the real stuff, what they do, like, publicly. Off and behind the scenes, I know what they really are. So there's nothing new. And it's not just them. It's a lot of these dudes like that around sectors like this. They're just the main ones, but the other ones, they do the same shit too. You got to put everybody accountable. They may not like that, but they can also, if they had an issue, Sunday Madness is where it is. It's a free-for-all. I'm not going to let them dictate the content. If they don't want to accept the challenge on Sunday Madness, because I'll have a discussion what their purpose was in the collaboration, because to me, it's the same old repeat I've seen each and each year. And it's a fair argument. it's a fair argument, because what I like to see is the exposure of people. So when you have individuals not liking the villains and everybody else reporting on stuff, see, I'm the vice captain. I can tell you what's going on, because a lot of people don't want to deal with the truth. See, y'all blinded by mystique. I'm not. I'm just going by what their message say. See, I attack the message. I don't just attack them. Yeah, I attack them based off the image sometimes and joke, and we kid around. That's cool. But I'm going after their messaging. See, their message is very clear that they don't give a shit. They want you to worship them as their idol. See, there's a lot of idol worshipers on both sides of the group, and it's ridiculous. This is why I don't like idol worshiping Negroes, especially in these sectors and especially other sectors as well, because this shows you how bad YouTube is. That's why you got too many glorified echo chambers. Glorified echo chambers are dangerous in all facets on the internet and especially around the world, because if you don't get challenged, that's even worse. That's even fucking worse. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into it. So since I'm going to switch, let me switch my, how you like me now? Yeah. See, you think I was going to have my shield up, right? I put the shield down. We're going to put it down with the shield. See, you think I'm just going to let you see the shield all day? No, sir. The sable is going to rip your heart out with the truth. And these individuals will see them get exposed as idols that they are, how they act. But the super chats do all the telling. It's the same old stuff I've been hearing last week. See, last week is very important. It's very important. And going on to this week's and last Sunday, this is popular, and this is popular right now in the views. See, they already talked about the HBCUs on the network, on Lapeef, same crew, right? Different conversations in the chat room. We got plenty of those, but we got a lot of shots. So we're almost approaching at the 40-minute, and I'm going to show y'all. Just be patient with me, because I know a lot of people's thirsty for information and things like that. So we got it. We got it. So it's a lot of times people trying to say, hey, when is he going to get on with it? We will get on with it. Don't you worry. This is called DTNs. This is like a segment of monologue first. And then when the 40-minute mark hits, we're going to show the evidence, because what we're doing is we're examining these spaces. But the next time, it'll still be the same type. But we're going to talk about various things first, what I saw. And people ask me questions, and that's good. But the news will go on. Oh, it's going to go on. We got time. We're going to talk about certain individuals right here. Certain screenshots deserve certain measures. We explain what people are. So certain measures matter, because a lot of people, they just don't want to hear what we got to say over here. So when you have certain measures, it is what it is, because they try to deflect and try to say, he's not trying to promote this guy. No. He's trying to use him as an example. Now, he's the talk of the town this week versus the other guy. A lot of people said the other guy's talk town. No, he was going on tour. The other guy was going on tour. This guy is trying to be famous, is trying to compete with KS since he met him. He said he was going to whoop his ass, but that didn't happen. He took a selfie with him. That's questionable. Now, some people say he hashed it out and all that stuff. That's cool and fine, but it's a tactic to use to stay in motion. So since we're going to show y'all, hold on. I got the evidence right here, and let's get it on. Let's get it on. Now, I talked about this last Monday, about this situation right here, and y'all know my viewpoints on it. I don't really care. That's how I still stand on those points on that last live stream about the morning check-in. But here's what I observed about this stream that I saw, and I took the shot. You see these two? This guy's infamous in certain spaces, and he's on tour. So let's not mind him. We roast him on APT, on the advisors, petty thoughts all day. He's our reference point, what most of these guys do with bigger numbers than us. Now, this is an interesting comment, and then this is a super chat I caught. You know, he's trying to say Beano this and all that. Okay, that's all good and dandy. But this guy right here is popular. He never got exposed. He got exposed by Duke the Don, and he blocked Duke the Don during the stream as well. The reason I want this shot is because dude right here is saying he's above approach. I have a problem with that. He's confident in everything, but this is why I observe his chat room. I don't type in his chat room or subscribe to this dude. The reason I'm targeting him is because he's what's wrong, and a lot of others like him is what's wrong with all sectors of YouTube. It's the entitlement. And once they get to that million subscribers, they'll forget about you. But he has that look in the arrogance in his eyes. We'll get to the other ones later, because I got another shot of him too. And I want to read this $50 super chat right here. It's by Jabrizi Magic. How much money should a woman put in your hand if you wants to come back to the stable? See, he's talking about this game PUA talk, but thirsty to throw $50 at him. On the collection plate. Lord. Finally catching a live. See, these are all fans. These are all fanatics on both sides. You got one is fanatic with the other guy, and then they talk high level game, never lame. Okay. See, they talk about the high value shit, and they try to say that I ain't preaching high value talk. Y'all doing the same thing. Y'all jealous, bro. And I am not defending neither side or the purple pill god himself. I don't care for neither. I just report what I see. There's a lot of super chats that's very suspect, but yeah, y'all know the names, of course. Yes, you know the names. He's infamous right now this week, so he's the talk of the town. There's people who give him praises and things like that, but we'll get to the bigger screenshots. These two are irrelevant. We're just showing you the evidence what I said Monday, but last Thursday is the telling part. Approaching a woman with a man next to her, how do I speak game without being rude if she does have a man? Best line at a bar. See, this person is desperate for help. His name is Fabian Ray. This dude is desperate for help. Send him a $5 super chat. My man, you should not ask for these individuals' help. They're not going to teach you shit. They're just like everybody else, bro. They're just individuals. And they're not going to give you the right stuff. Shouts out to Duke of Don said that last night. They're not teaching you anything. So, okay, let me big this up for y'all and get you the gist of that super chat. Okay, this is the infamous Lapeef. J.R. Lapeef. Shouts out to him right here. I kind of support the channel a little bit. I just like to observe. But this woman gave Anton and everybody else the word. See, these ladies right here, they the stars. The fellas is kind of falling back, even though they have a discussion, but she terrorizes these dudes. But you know, that's for the audience, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you got Courtney up here, and then you got Q, and then you got Kayla. You know, I watch a lot, they show a lot and observe. Okay, I'm with Courtney. HBCU's grad here, Wilberforce University, F all these sellouts. Now, Valdez Brown said these people are sellouts. That's a super chat. And I'm glad I caught that. I mean, yes, I highlighted. You ain't gonna see much here. And like I said, and this is the same madness going on. They're still arguing about the HBCUs. He said emotional damage. Oh, I think this is the Rilla versus this guy right here, Logic. This dude is a fool. You know, he's very animated. I didn't know he's from GA. So we gotta understand something. This is the crew. Remember I told y'all last year that co-ed panels are standard? I said co-ed panels are very standard. They're very standard nowadays because you cannot talk bad about our type of women. I'll say black women. I don't say our women because you can't do that, and you can't throw them under the bus like you did. I'll say from 2014 to now. You can't you actually can't talk. If you talk about them 2014, they let you got away with it 2021 after the lockdown a little bit. But this year they ain't gonna let you talk about it because there's some changes in the future. So you got to be on panels, and I think me and the advisor spoke about this last year that this is going to be the future. And I said this on vlog streams, this is going to be the future because the reason being, this is what you got to have to be successful in mainstream, this type of format. But see, the KS, he supports these people. Quite little did y'all know, this is the standard that all these guys and him want. See, that's the conversation piece. Now, she's the star, okay? She's trying to be the superstar. She's going to get that money. I bet money on it. She's going to get more money than anybody. Her, Kayla, well, if they have their own star, even though he's going to get money too out of this too, they all going to get money out of this deal. But if they had their separate shows, you would know who's going to get the most money. Now, Courtney's got her own thing. She's going to be the star too. She's new. She's like a replacement or whatever, but she's the newest thing that we're seeing right now. So if they all grew together, imagine them being a dominant show on YouTube. They're the standard right now. So yes, I got a lot of screenshots, but here's JB again. You know, the man. You know, Logic be having his ladies squat and cough to check the contraband. See, this dude is wild. Yeah, he's a funny dude. He tries to sound broken dusty. And this picture with Logic right here. Hold on for a minute. I think that's Kayla right here, same crew. Okay, let's read the audience what they say. Okay, they're really hating. The truth hurts. I know numbers of six-figure men whose wives still work both out our necessities and willingness. This is just Oregon lowering the standards for exciting high school, and it doesn't help anyone. It's crippling. We are crippling men by bringing him resources like he can't do it himself. So that's Alexandra. That's what she's saying. Okay. And we seen him before. I hear the opposite on YouTube. Actually, dudes saying they wife got to go 50-50 regardless of how much he makes. See, that's the person. That's somewhat true. I hear a lot of different things. They said 80-20 rule and that, you know, hey, man, you just as good as I am. But, you know, but I took these screenshots specifically to understand what you see, the gist of what I was talking about. And it's another shot at them as well. So, as you can tell, as you can see, she was getting high on there. RGB Court said, I know numbers of six-figure men whose wives still work both consistent. Oh, it's the same. Okay. It's the same stuff. So, okay. Let's see right here. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. That's it. So, that's it, folks. As you can tell, no, that ain't it. Hold on. Hold on for a minute. Let me see for real quick. But yeah, this is what happened on last week. Oh, that was it. Okay, that was it. Okay, so good. But yeah, this is all the shots I have. And I'm just saying, like, we're gonna go back to this individual right here. So as we can tell, all these shots shows that what goes on in black spaces. I know this is a popular shot of this week because it was last Sunday. I took this. And then when I look at these, I understand that this is important. And this is the standard what we see on YouTube. So when we talk about these individuals, this is why people don't like, and people ask me why I use Lapeef. Lapeef is the standard of co-ed panels. And I'll tell you a secret, you got to cam up. You got to show yourself and be a star. It's just like Duke the Don does the same thing. It's various other people do that. They want that fame, bro. We was talking about that last year, and I was talking about that in vlog streams. Most people don't want to show themselves. You know, I don't mind showing myself. It's cool, but everybody wants to be famous. I ain't trying with the fame stuff, so it is what it is. So you get what you get, and it's just what it is. So you know we're 50 minutes in, so it's the DTN news, and we do what we do. And I know people don't like the fact that we show all these shots. I know they hating. I know they hating because the hate is real. The hate is real. See, one thing about me, I understand the hate is real. It's just individuals just want to is going to just be shrouded with madness right now. So you got to understand something. A lot of people just ain't going to like you regardless, because I think me talking about them is very important, because there's going to be more shots in the future. You're going to see a lot of good stuff, because I got something cooking it up this weekend or whatever, because I got to see some streams that if I see a little dereliction in the stream, I'm going to let y'all know about it, because that's the only thing that I see it's going to matter. So yes, DTNs will always be this. Just keep in mind, it will always be this. This is the first one of many. We're going to talk about a lot of things, and we're just going to be on par with it. So again, this is not something we're just starting. This is a new thing for every Thursday. So every Thursday, we're going to have these things, and we're going to talk about it. So remember, I said, I think I did a stream on this last year, that co-ed panels, are they the future? And I said something like that. And I did a stream on it too. I did a panel discussion on it. And I said, yes, they are the future, because what I'm seeing, the host, he's recognizable. He's got a nice size channel by himself. I checked them out last year. They have their own channel, similar to Albert and Preach. See, Albert and Preach, they have their own shit, right? But they do pre-records, rarely do live streams, right? But Duke the Don and this show, they're all competing for that mainstream spot. This is basically like television to them. So when television arrives, they pick up what they have and so much to offer. So when you have guys like me reporting on this stuff, this is the standard what we see right now. A lot of people just want to look at it and be like, hey, this is what it's about. So, like I said, the fellas, that they understand you cannot have an echo chamber talk bad about them and not have them on panels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that. I get a few women on my stuff on certain topics that I have on this channel a few times. I had a couple of women that came through on the panels too, even Shar and everybody else. I get a small handful. I don't get a whole lot. But this, I'm not mad at all. I think this is a good way to challenge your skills and your beliefs if you feel that way. The only person that challenged these men has to be this person right here. Kay, let's give her a round of applause. Kay be going in, destroying these dudes. Every talking points you hear, she don't even give a fuck. Quiet as kept. She don't even give a fuck. The one that's fun and silly and goofy would be Q. She's the fun girl. Okay, this is the fun girl. Everybody likes the fun girl, right? I believe she's from Virgin Islands and she's Trinidadian. I believe, yeah, she's Trinidadian and she's from she's mixed with Virgin Island, I believe. She's Caribbean, but she's the fun girl. She's the fun girl with the curly hair, of course. Courtney is your classic black woman. She's classic. I mean, she's got a few highlights, but she's classic. She's kind of like your early 2000, late 90s. She's classic. I'm gonna call her classic Courtney. Classic Courtney is one of those that understand how the world works, and she's like your modern black woman today. Now, Kay is too. Kay is classic too, and she's a modern black woman as well. But here's a secret though: she's a school teacher. I found out about it. She said she's a school teacher, which is good. They have their own shows. I do like their shows every Monday. Besides, it's right behind the Advisors show and their show, and I watch both of their shit at the same time. But she's a school teacher. And Kayla is also, I don't know what she does, but she's one of them as well. But I don't know. I'm not sure. But she has a show with this person. And let me tell you something about her and Kayla. They be going in. They be the juggernaut for these, the black standard of black men, I've noticed. Interesting talking points they back up. And especially her. The officer said, they're this, they're that. No, they defend both sides, but they just got to be fair. Sometimes they may sound like feminists, but I don't think they're feminists. If they were really feminists, they would have go in hard worse than that. Way on a male platform like this guy. Now, he gave him a platform. And some people say, this guy's a simp. Well, who cares? I don't care if he's a simp or not. I just care that the context, how he built his show. See, his partner in crime wanted like this. But here's the thing. The women will challenge them every time. A lot of people don't like the Lapeef Network. I think it's entertaining, man. Like, you see these screenshots. He was cammed down. They said, who's JB's daddy? That is Logic. We're going to go right here for a minute. That is Logic. He was just trolling right here. So yeah, this. I got that old screenshot with them showing who they are, man. It's so much shit to understand in so many. But we're gonna knock it down for a minute because that's all I have. For now. This is like the beginning. So since it's gonna be the hour, so it's one of those segments that you have. But if y'all have any questions about the screenshots, let me know. Cause Sir Disable is in the building. But you gotta understand something. That's how we get down in DTN. See, I told you this is our thing. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people just don't understand that when I show those shots, I show them for real. Like it's gonna be more because this coming up next week, we'll show you the juicier shots, and then we're gonna talk about it. But if I have a lot of shots, we're gonna talk. This is gonna be longer than this because this may be a segment of a thing that's gonna be new. So basically, we're gonna go for an hour for the day because we're gonna kill it, and then like I said, this is maybe hour or 2 hours in on the shots, and we'll explain shit. But we're gonna get those shots. Y'all just better be ready because this is a new thing for Thursday because we're going to explain what happened in individuals. And I was watching, I was like saying, oh my God, here we go again. Because I know people are going to be hating regardless. So you got to understand something. Most people are going to do what they're going to do. And like I said, you got to understand about those shots, man. Because once I have the screenshots, man, I got you. Y'all think I don't have you, but I do. I do. Just let me know what time it is, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get right to it. So you gotta understand something. I'm not playing around this year because this is a thing. We're observing what the conversation is. We do talk about the chat room and the super chats, and they're very important. I would say the super chats are 95% important for DNT's progress to see how people what they're thinking, what they're listening to, and the audience listens. They listen what we're saying publicly. See, privately we don't say shit to them, but publicly, what comes out of the dark comes to the light. You already know the truth is coming, and then the spiraling continues. See, y'all gotta understand something. Daily Thursday News Network is a requirement of effort. You gotta understand something. When you have some things that are damning to people, these shots matter. So when you have people not talking about things, we're just going to look at it from a certain angle. See, I got my workhorse today, but y'all gotta forgive me because the last couple of streams I did last night and this news segment right here, the network, I would say like the Thursday news. We're here now. We're here now. So there will be more. There'll be more. I'm just gotta wait to the hour mark, and then we're just gonna close it. And I'm gonna shout out everybody, the guests that came, and it's gonna be more. But you gotta understand something. This is a continuation of progress. So since it's number one, and then we're gonna have number two, you're gonna find out that number two is gonna be very special. So I'll be watching this weekend and Sunday and whatever. What's going on, Nadia? Greetings to you. Greetings, Sir Disable himself. This is what we're doing. But yes, yes, yes. I know people gonna show you what I show you, but the screenshots matter. I mean, I showed it and I said, hey, but that's all I have. But I'll have more in the future. So you'll see the next network we're gonna have. We're gonna observe certain individuals what they're doing. So Friday's gonna be interesting. Saturday's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna find some interesting shots, and you're gonna see the difference. So since it's an hour, but shouts out to everybody that came through. Psycho Candy, Nadia, Shar, and those are the three that came through. But yeah, this is one of those things that it's a continuation. It's a continuation. So shouts out to everybody that came through, and it is what it is. And I think this is one of those things that you just got to look at. So one last time, one last time, one last time. We're gonna share it again. Um, this is how I feel about it. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. We're just gonna show them one last time about this interesting screenshot. Yes, we talked about Saint the Center and Mount Mannerman. You know, that's not important. That was the least important. The reason I got that off my chest, that was this Sunday. So I want to show you the one last time what the standard of not, I mean, the standard what to do, and you have to be like this in the future. You cannot have an echo chamber. This is a non-echo chamber type channel. And the reason I said this is a non-echo chamber type channel on the news, you will be on the big screen with me and DTN. But shouts out to the Lapeef Network being good host to give me this precious content. Fair is this fair use only. And like I said, this is the standard of co-ed panels. Now they're doing a good job having these ladies up here. And if someone disagrees with them, he drops the link and you got to cam up and you have great lighting. And they have gear. This is what matters to them. You see, they letting you know what time it is. They let you know what time it is. But that's the last thing, and we're going to drop it down, so we don't really care about that. And that's it. That's it. And that's the whole purpose of this network. This is network number one. This is series number one. Number two will come on this way next week. So I'm signing off. I'm your gracious host, Sir Disable himself. Here we go, Sir Disable himself. And let me get me out of here. So I'm going to say peace and blessings. All hail, Grayskull, and we're out.